No, Jazz! No! God damn it, why you, Jazz? Why? Ratchet, are you sure there wasn't anything you could do? I tried, Prime. But his injuries were too dire. Damn it, Jazz. You're gonna be sorely missed. God damn it. At least Megatron's dead. Yep, that really is a good thing. We'll never see him again.
Yeah, man, I really do wish that we could save Jazz somehow.
Wait a minute. Make some room. Who are you? It's me, Ratchet. It's Ratchet, Super Surgeon. Holy shit, it's my rival. But wait a second. I thought you were a surgeon. Well, no, I'm actually kind of like I'm kind of a hack, Like, my real name's Patchet, Like, you guys actually just kept on calling me Ratchet, so I just kind of like went along with it. Prime, give me the patient and I'll get us through. God damn it! Wheeljack! Minerva! Let's fix this guy up. I'm alive! Yay! Jess is alive! Yay! Not you, Patchet. Dr. Ratchet, how can we ever thank you? Your thanks, Prime, aren't needed. I'm actually always throughout the universe righting the wrongs of other doctors. Besides, the invoice is already in the mail. Hello everyone out there in Cyberbuild, it's time for DIECAST NORBZ Galactic Hooligan. And thanks for joining me today. It's a dark and stormy night over in my area here and everything, so I'm actually playing around with lighting situations. But I'm actually happy that you're here with me today. And today I am actually going to give a couple of shout outs actually, because now I'm actually like about 102, 103 subscribers. It keeps fluctuating, and I'm actually hoping to get more and everything like that, but for some reason, it just keeps on balancing, and I don't know. So, like, thanks a lot for, like, having me from, like, the 92 subscribers that I actually had. I had a little bit of a bump and everything, so, like, I appreciate all of you. Thank you all so much for, like, doing that for me and everything. And I'm actually going to give a couple of quick shout-outs and everything. So, let's see. We actually have my Manticore, Mantilore, that's it, my Mantilore, I can't read my own handwritings, Theo AMSR, Emerald City Diggers, Scooby Noodles, and Shamir Villanueva. They're both my cousins and everything like that who decided to subscribe to me, so thanks a lot, guys, I appreciate that. And Blimey Oh Limey, guys, thanks a lot for coming in and like supporting my channel and everything like that. Every little bit helps. Every one of you, whenever you can and everything like that, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Also comment and everything like that. I love comments, and you know how much I love talking and everything like that. My videos wouldn't be so long if I didn't love talking or anything like that. So like, comment. If you actually want to comment about something that you like, comment below. If you want to fight about it, comment below. I love talking. And without further ado and everything, I'm going to bring to you Masterpiece Jazz. He's somebody that I've actually been wanting to take a really, really good look into and everything like that. And ever since I saw the design, actually, ever since the Bay movies, I've loved this design. I thought he was actually kind of like a lot more better designed than like most of the bots in that movie and everything like that. So let's take a trip into looking into this guy. I know Hasbro is actually sometimes about the quick cash grab and everything like that. So it's Takara, So I can't wait for you to see this. If you guys don't know me already, grab a snack and come and join me. And I'll meet you over by Stage A, and we'll continue the review there. Thanks for joining me, guys. All right, and I'm just playing around with a few lighting options right now. At this moment in time, you're actually going to be noticing a difference between the yellow light over here and like some of the daylight kind of like light over here and everything. And I don't know if I should actually like kind of like put things in this area a lot more, but then there are like more shadows and over here. You know, like right now I'm actually working with like a lot of shadows. Forgiveness, I'm actually just trying to figure out exactly what I should be doing about this whole Twilight Hour situation and everything like that. But here we go. I'm actually going to give you Movie Masterpiece Jazz from the Hasbro and Tomy Takara Movie Masterpiece. And this is actually a pretty fun toy. I already like got a chance to take a look at them and everything like that. And you know how I actually say that I wanted to like actually get something that for the price point actually matched along with the transformation and everything like that, like from where we actually were with Studio Series Shockwave. And I think that this guy actually kind of like meets the mark in some cases and kind of doesn't in others, you know? So like my review will actually be taken on this. And this is kind of like a cool celebratory review and everything like that because like this was actually made possible by Sprint. See, like I actually switched services just like a little while ago and everything like that, and they actually gave me a gift card to actually spend on like any frivolous thing that I actually wanted. And I really wanted to like actually just get into this character altogether because I was kind of like enamored with the design. I still love the design, and there were a couple of things that were here in this that I really wanted to check out firsthand and everything like that. I have a friend of mine who kept on telling me that I should actually wait for like the third-party version of this, and it seems like it was actually going to be great because of like the change in certain color options and everything like that, and like a couple of the things that were actually done there. But I decided to go to the mothership for this time around just to check out to see like what I loved about this and what I didn't, and in comparison to what we might get from the third party or something. So like I was really convinced that this design has always been something that stuck in my heart as like one of the greatest designs that we actually had in the Bay Movieverse. So let me just give you a little bit of the back here, and this is probably something I may or may not use and everything like that. Like I took it out a couple of times already and everything like that, you know, like, but you know, that's like a dead jazz. I don't like a dead jazz. I like a jazz to be alive, you know? So side of the box, and there we go. And there goes Sam or Spike with the box and everything, with the cube, you know. So that's pretty much it. You open up the box, and there is already something that I'm actually kind of like discouraged about. Like he's actually kind of like put in here by tie wraps and everything like that, by like these little tie wrap strands and everything like that. That I actually there it goes. I don't know if you can actually see it, but these little bands right over here are what actually ties in this. And then when you actually get it, because of those wraps, you actually get like a lot in the way of like mispaint and everything like that, like right here. I don't know if you can actually see it, but it actually warps the paint and everything, and that was actually something that I kind of like had a lot of, I was actually kind of angry about that, you know what I mean? Like, for this, I kept on thinking that it would have actually been much, much better to actually go with like a closed clamshell or something, or like something that'll actually protect it inside the plastic, because that actually just made more sense. There goes Sam. I don't know if I'm like, I did actually take him out and everything like that, and as far as a design is actually concerned, he's actually okay. There was a moment there where I was actually like not even going to take him out altogether, but I decided to work on a bit that actually had him being used in there and everything like that. So like, I don't know, like I think he's actually okay. The design on the cube itself and everything like that is actually kind of nice for like such a small design, but he's actually missing so much in the way of details and everything like that. I'm not like a micro artist or anything like that, so I'm not exactly sure if I'm actually going to come in here and like kind of like try to fill these places out here and everything like that to make them look more like Shia LaBeouf or something, you know? if I were actually kind of like a more crazier and insane man, I would probably put him in the Shia LaBeouf beard and everything like that, just to like have him like this, because like it's actually cool positioning. It's actually kind of like made with like that flexi plastic also and everything like that. I'm not really fond of that flexi plastic or anything. I kind of wish that he was actually done in like more of a sturdier thing and everything like that, you know? It's okay, but it's not the best. Oh, I didn't even notice that this guy could actually, can he come off his base? No, so why is there like just a peg right over here? What the, that doesn't make any damn sense. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. I discovered something new that didn't make sense. What the, I don't get that. Anyway, so there we go. There goes your Sam. And then we actually come over to his weapons here and everything like that. I'll just take this out. Now, I really love this weapon. This weapon's actually kind of like the classic Bay version jazz weapon and everything like that. He actually kind of like holds it pretty well also and everything. Like, I love the way this actually inserts right into his hands. A little bit of foreshadowing for you. But also comes with this this piece right over here. Like I said, I don't want a dead jazz or anything like that, and like, so they decided to make this anyway and everything like that. I guess it's cool for playability, and if you're actually storing it and you're storing it in his car mode and everything like that, you want to put these two pieces right over here, and there you go. Is it, I mean, I don't know, but as far as like storage is actually concerned and everything, I saw it list a few times and I'm still kind of iffy about that, you know? But let's get over to the car. That's kind of like my favorite part of this. Also, instructions are actually kind of cool, but like with this red on silver kind of, or this red on gray kind of a thing, I think it kind of like just like mashes up against the colors a little bit too much and everything like that. Gives places where you can't really understand like where they're actually going over to in the next step. I actually had to go back and look at a couple of videos and everything like that to like actually make sure that I was actually doing what I should actually be doing in a certain couple of places and everything like that. But like the instructions are actually okay. I would actually kind of like give it like more of a C plus, maybe B minus or something, or maybe a B minus minus, you know what I mean? So like, I don't know. It's actually okay, but let's get over to the good part of this. And there we go. Movie Masterpiece Jazz. I really, really love this car. This is actually just like one of the best vehicle modes that was actually in that movie. And I'm actually like a big fan of the Pontiac, what was it? Pontiac Solstice? Yeah. I really have always loved this car and everything like that. It shared the same body type as the Saturn Sky, if I'm not mistaken. But like, I really love it. I don't even mind the panels as much or anything like that. But one of the things I actually do mind coming into this is that when you actually get over here, and for the price point I'm actually talking about, like, this shouldn't be a thing, you know what I mean? Like, we shouldn't actually have like so much in the way of like discoloring and everything like that. And like, I think a lot of that, look at that, that's actually pretty horrible right there, you know what I mean? As a person who actually loves to collect these type of things, and I'm not always the best collector in the world or anything like that, you know, I'm gonna let you know that right off the bat and everything. You can probably call me a bad collector because I sometimes leave my stuff in the sun and that sort of thing, you know what I mean? But like, this guy is actually pretty great, but like at the same time, if you're actually paying this price point for this, I just really think that things like this shouldn't be happening or anything like that, you know? I'd actually love to see like more of like cohesion and more of like just like being able to like actually see this and like knowing that it's perfect. You know what I mean? But like, I don't really get that from this, but I do love the car mode. You know, I love the fact that it is the car mode that we're actually getting here and everything. Putting him down, he rolls really nicely and everything like that, you know? He looks striking, you know? Like, I have always thought that this guy was actually kind of like one of the best. I'm actually going to say it again. Like, I really love it. And the thing is that I kind of like feel like some of these movie bots being silvery and everything like that was actually one of the things that actually made me just like really fall in love with this and the sideswipe mode. You get me? So I'm actually going to go into like a quick comparison and everything like that. So like here we are with him and his Human Alliance version. You know, the Human Alliance wasn't that bad. This guy actually came out to be so much better, you know? But let's just take a quick look between the both of them and everything. You'll notice like a small dip in the way they were actually like a small dip in the way they were actually kind of like models with each other and everything like that. This guy comes out to be like a whole lot bigger, you know? Like, hold on, just let me bring you out here. And there we go. Just so you can actually see the size disparity between the both of them and everything, you know? There goes your movie masterpiece. There goes the Human Alliance Jazz. One thing that was actually great about Human Alliance Jazz was that you actually had like another like character that you could actually put in here and everything like that. He was fully posable and everything. You could actually put that guy like right into behind the driver's seat and everything, and that was actually great. But you're not getting that with this version of Jazz altogether or anything like that, and it's actually kind of like a missed opportunity. But at the same time, with the way this guy transforms, you were not going to be able to do that whatsoever or anything like that, you know? So off with you, Jazz, and let me bring him in with something else. Now I'm actually doing this for like a friend of mine and everything, because they actually ordered the same exact bot and everything, except they're actually I think they're actually getting the third party, and I know that this particular person actually has the alternity cliff jumper here. So I just wanted to like give them a good look as to how it's actually going to look with their Jazz, you know? They're actually very, very nicely comparable here. I love the way that looks. And I love the fact that they actually fit in so well. Like, it's actually kind of like, you know, you actually have your Sport Compact and then your Sport Compact hatchback. And really, they really actually do match and everything like that. Kinda, you know? Like, maybe this guy should have actually been, I'm just like judging by the wheelbase here and everything like that, but maybe this guy could have actually been like a little bit bigger. But still yet, though, I don't really have an issue with that whatsoever. And even when it comes down to bringing in like a current masterpiece and everything like that, this is the first edition of Sideswipe, and I'm just like giving you like a 360 of the both of them. They fit really well together, you know? So like I tend to think that like the current movie masterpiece line actually kind of like matches a lot like along with the current masterpiece line, and that's actually really nice, you know? Good for comparison, good for everything. So there we go. And if you wanted to, as far as this weapon is actually concerned, there is like a little clip that's actually right on the back here that actually goes right into his spoiler. Now, I don't really want to do this, but I'm actually going to do this for the sake of this review, because I keep on wondering if this is actually going to scratch the paint. Because you should actually be able to put this right into the middle over here, and that's where you would actually keep your storage for it. You know? So, I don't know. Like, you don't necessarily have to keep the spine on them or anything like that. You could always, like, take that off, because I'm pretty sure I'm never going to use that. After this review, I'm never going to use that spine again, you know? But, like, there we go. And you just clip that on, and you have that, and you bring that weapon with you everywhere you go. Is it cool? I don't know. You know, that actually all depends on like what you actually think cool is and everything like that. You know what I mean? But like, it's okay. You know, you could actually like kind of like use that to like blast Decepticons as you're driving along Main Street or something like that. You know what I mean? So like, it's actually kind of cool. But like, I don't know. It's not really my it's not really my bag or anything like that. But what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to take you into transformation, and then we will take a deeper look at this guy, and there we go. Alright, transforming movie masterpiece Jazz here is actually really amazing. I love what they actually did on this for the transformation and everything. So like, first off, we're actually going to go over here, and we're just going to start moving this arm out of the way, so we can actually make room for everything else. So there we go, just like move that You see where the headlights are right there? We're just going to try to move this a little bit more. There we go. And just kind of wiggle that out. There we are. And so right underneath, you're actually going to get this kind of thing going on. So after that, we're actually going to start wiggling his legs out of the way and trying to take this there we go. I think we're going to try to move these legs out of the way, and we're going to do the same thing over here, because right underneath the back of the trunk, there are like a couple of little pieces that are actually right here, a couple of pegs right over here and right here that'll actually peg on the inside. Once we're actually done with this, and this already started doing this, we're just going to move the back of this trunk inside and up into here. So move that right over here. And then we're going to take the back of this the back of this trunk and start moving it onto the top of the hood like this, but don't push it all the way down. Just leave it like this for a while. I know it looks like a mangled mess and everything like that. Just give it a couple of minutes. Now we're just going to go into the inside and move these legs all the way down, and move this down also. So move the legs down while moving the side wheel of the side wheel well. There we go. And then we're going to go to the front now, and there's a notch right here where you actually want to take this and plug it right over there. That actually goes right into his knees. And also, let's start moving these wheels out of the way. So there you go. This piece right over here, just bring that all the way up and plug that right in there. After that, you actually want to take the feet, bring them up, bring the wheels all the way down right here. Bring the wheels all the way down. And then these little pieces right over here, you actually want to bring them right into, let's just get the wheel out of the way. There's a notch that it goes right over here. So you just want to take this and bring it right there to that notch, and make sure that wheel is actually stationary there. Bring this down, and then for the back of the back wheel well section, you want to come over here. There's a peg that goes right in here to in here. So you just want to take that and maneuver this up a little bit on this hinge. So there we go. Peg it in. So you peg that right in there, and then you'll wrap the back of that section right over here. So that way you actually have a full leg done right over there. Just bring this back, and there you go. That's one leg done. With this, you do the same thing. You actually, just for the sake of it, you bring this all the way in here. There's a peg that goes right in here. So just bring that down and in here. I think, yeah. There we go. So just move that here and just put that peg right in there. Then the wheels go right over here. This piece goes down like that. Then you actually want to take this whole entire wheel well, bring it back, hinge it up just a bit, peg it right in here, and then just surround the rest of the back of the wheel well right over here and bring this piece all the way back here, and now you have both legs done. Now we'll actually split the legs a little bit further. There we go. So, sorry. There we go. So like you want to take these and bring the hips up right over here. On the back, there's this little piece that goes there. There's this little piece that goes all the way up. It will actually be like this. So you want to bring it all the way up and then separate it right here and here. So I guess he actually has butt spikes, you know? Then back over here, you want to take this peg and just move it up right from the roof. Take the roof itself and move it up and away. I told you, this guy actually gets really complicated. It's great though. And then we want to take this and spin this all the way around until you actually get this. So again, I'm just gonna do it one more time for you without breaking the toy. There you go. So you actually have something that looks like this. We'll spin this all the way around, and then we'll take the roof and we'll put the roof right in here. There are like a couple of pegs that actually pegs right into the bottom over here. So do that. Get this right underneath the spoiler right over here, the front spoiler. And then we want to turn this and spin this, turn this and spin this all the way around again. So 2 180 turns, and then you take this and you put the roof right into here. I love the way that's done, and I love the fact that it actually hides the roof and everything, you know? So like, I think that's actually really great. So after you've actually done that, we want to take the window and break it right here. Then you bring this, sorry guys, you bring this all the way up, and the rear of the spoiler, you actually put right into the window right here. There we go. You actually want to put this window right over here and put these two right into the rear window. I mean, right into the front window. So like put the spoilers right over here. And then underneath, there's another piece where this piece right over here will actually go into a notch right over here. So all you want to do is peg that in, and that should actually be secure. Then we'll raise these two bits right up over here. After that, now we're almost done, and isn't that great? So we come over here, and if this hasn't moved already, it will. So we're actually going to take this, I'm trying to figure out exactly how to explain it to you here, but we'll actually take this, we'll actually start separating this door to go up over here, and then it'll actually go up a second time. As you're actually doing that, the front windshield, the front headlights are actually going to go down. We're actually going to bring this right over here for a shoulder, and also make sure that these are actually rotated in a way where it actually looks like this. So the shoulders will actually be, you want the smaller peg to actually go over here, and this peg over here is actually going to be what you need for car mode, because when you actually go into car mode, these two pieces actually connect on the inside. If you don't actually have these two pegs like right over here going right into the car itself, it's not going to peg together. So we actually want to do this on this side also. Start taking the front headlight down. We'll separate this door from the hand, and then we'll actually separate this part of the door and go all the way up to the wheels. And there we go. It actually hinges in there. After that, just let me fix everything up a little bit. There we go. So far, if you've actually done everything, you should actually have something that looks like this, but it's not done. So after that, you actually want to hinge There we go. You want to hinge the elbow out a little bit, make that go down. You want to bring this front, there we go, the front headlight all the way out here. It's actually on a double hinge. One hinge that actually goes over here and one hinge that goes all the way over here. Bring that up to his elbows. There we go. And then you actually want to encircle this right in here as you're actually bringing this arm like this. So there. So just bring this in and then just bring the window right into this piece right over here. And once you're actually done with that, it should actually lock in, but not really lock in. That's one of my first complaints about this guy. So just let me fix that up over here so I can show you what it actually looks like once it's actually done. There. See, once you actually have everything done, you'll actually have it in this configuration right here. And we'll actually do this on this side. So, start moving his elbow up, bring his hand down, then you want to pull out the front headlight just a bit. You want to bring it all the way up on this hinge and then bring it down on this hinge. Then you want to bring this down. This should actually go right into this piece right over here. So you'll actually kind of like have it looking more like this configuration. And then you want to bring this window all the way up into here so you can actually bring it right into that notch right there. I don't know how far. There we go. So you can actually see it right over here and everything like that. So it'll actually be like this. And then just bring that all the way in here. Once you're actually done with that, you're almost done. Then all you have to do is bring this up. Bring the front down. You want to angle the headlights just a bit, like that, and like that. You want to bring out the collarbones, but be careful. They're actually kind of like on like these small little ball joints and everything like that. And once you're actually done with that, then we'll actually open this up and bring his head out and around. And there you go. And finally, you actually have a movie masterpiece Jazz. There we go. He's really complicated, but I love this guy. Hold on, just let me angle it just a little bit more. He's really complicated. He's really, really complicated. If you actually aren't into a complicated transformer, this guy might not be for you, but I really love this guy. So I'm actually going to take you back over to stage A, and then we'll actually check out more of this guy in all of his amazingness. Alright, see you there. Alright, and we're back after a long transformation. And for a long time, I didn't really think that we would ever get anything as cool as this Jazz until, move over buddy, until this Jazz actually came along. And I really, really like him so much. This guy is actually great. He is pretty hefty actually for like, he actually has like a small bit of die casting and everything like that in his feet. And let's see, in his feet and his shins right over here. A couple of places here and there and everything like that. But he actually came out really great. I love this model. Hold on a second, just let me bring him down and just bring a couple of things. Yeah, those will actually be seen later. But there we go. All in all, just like a really great bot and everything like that. I love this robot mode so much. I always thought that he was actually like, probably had like one of the best designs that actually came out of the Bay films, you know? He actually has a lot of articulation. For articulation, he actually has like a 360 on his head right over here. He can look everywhere pretty much. He can actually look way up, way down. He actually has like a great head sculpt actually. if you actually look at it, it actually does really play on that alien motif and everything like that. Great dynamic, great dynamic sculpting in here and everything. I really like it. I haven't really found a way to actually keep these pecs and everything like that right to where they're actually supposed to be, and I don't know, it really wasn't made where it looks like it actually locks in anywhere or anything like that. So those will actually probably go swinging out quite a bit and everything like that during play and everything like that. It'll actually keep on going up and down. I kind of feel like maybe some floor polish or something right in the right areas might be able to help it out or something. But that's really pretty much it. Let's see, you can actually go all the way back over here. He actually has a lot of dynamic shoulder movement and everything like that, and you can actually even use the shoulder over here, the wheel well over here, for more dynamic movement. So you can actually position that any which way you actually want to, and everything's right. He actually has a couple of positionings right over here on his elbow. So he actually has this joint and this joint. So is it really a double jointed elbow? Kinda and kind of not. You know what I mean? So you can actually use that towards your discretion. He actually has a lot of play on his fingers and everything like that. I really love the fact that they actually put in a couple of hinges right over here at the fingertips and everything. Again, also playing up that alien motif and everything like that, but that's actually really great. He actually has a lot of playability right there. Doesn't really have any wrist rotation, but he actually does hit this down and everything like that for transformation. So that's pretty okay. He actually has a 360 over by the waist. He actually has up right over here, out this way. Can he do Kung Fu? A little bit. You know what I mean? So it's actually not really around, it's not really a full roundhouse, but he actually does have some. He actually has thigh rotation right over here. He actually has a double jointed knee, but you'd actually probably have to get maybe this out of the way in order to make use of the dynamicism there as well. Let's see. He actually does have ankle pivot. He actually does have that pivot and some dorsiflexion. So that's pretty much it. I mean, he actually has a lot of great dynamic stuff going on with him and everything like that. And I really like him a lot. I want to go into this a little bit more and everything like that. So let's bring him over here. And I'm actually just going to give you a little quick comparison between him and his Human Alliance guy. There goes Jazz and Jazz. Like I said, there was a time there where I didn't really think that anything was actually going to come as good as, or as comparable as say what we actually had with this, but this guy actually just far outshadows him by leaps and bounds. Here he is here with Masterpiece Sideswipe. Again, great sizing here. You know, I really love that. I love the fact how these two actually really look together and everything like that. They are great. And here goes Jazz and Alternity Cliff Jumper here. You know, great sizing and everything like that towards to each other. You know, and it's kind of Transformers. What do you call it? Movie Transformers meets Trans Tech. You know what I mean? So if you guys actually remember what Trans Tech was, it was actually supposed to be the cross between say this and Generation 1. So I always think that Alternity is actually kind of that, harkening into Trans Tech, but then again so is this, you know what I mean? So I really like that. It's very, very cool together. And I love the fact that his weapons actually, he actually has a lot of weaponry. Like I said before, you can actually position the hands and everything like that, and position the fingers in any way which way you want. But if you want him to actually use playable fixtures and everything like that, there is his gun right over here. You just pivot it up, and then you actually slide his hands right in there. It's a solid connection, and I really like the way that looks and everything. It actually does really look like it's actually coming out of his hand. I kind of feel a couple more pieces could have actually been used to actually make the full connection and everything, so you can actually see it really coming out of his hands and everything. But there we go. And he's actually very cool. I love this guy. The only other accessory that besides Sam here is his I really hate to use it, but I'm actually just gonna use it for this so this is the bullshit that Hasbro actually makes you do and everything like that. So you can actually just kind of like unpeg them right over here and everything. And how that actually works is you actually go into the back and there's this little push button thing right over here. All you do is push it and it actually releases him right from his upper torso here and everything. So now you actually have a bottom piece and this that you actually kind of like put right into this, and then these two little pegs go right into those holes. And there you go. And now you have a dead Jazz. Are you happy now, Hasbro? Are you happy? God, this is the most macabre piece that they actually make in this whole entire thing. I kind of wish that this piece didn't exist, but it does. God. I don't even have like a Megatron to like actually hold him, like you know what I mean? But like, if I did, this piece will still never be used or anything like that. So I'm just gonna pop that in, or pop that out. My Jazz will actually always be alive, damn you. So there you go. All you have to do again is just again push this button right over here, and just there we go. And now he's all connected. And he's alive again. Hooray! Also, he actually has like one other like play option right over here, and like the visors actually go up and right into his head. Now it actually becomes like a little hard to like actually get those visors out, but like you could actually put them up into his head and everything. And he actually kind of like has the same kind of like play value as say like Masterpiece Hot Rod actually did. And then there you actually see like more of his eye detail. I don't really like that as much as I like having the visors and everything. And for that, you really have to be careful and everything, because like you don't want to risk scratching the visors and everything like that. And it just like becomes like a little cumbersome just getting that out of this place right over here. And I almost had it. There we go. That's always a pain to get out, but this is pretty much how I'm actually going to display my Jazz and everything, you know. So there we go, Masterpiece Jazz, and this is Movie Masterpiece Jazz. He's actually a great bot. I like him a lot. There are a few things that I would actually tweak and everything like that, but otherwise than that, he's actually really good. So if you actually do get him, I actually got mine from Hasbro Pulse. And if anything else, there are like a lot of other places and everything like that, like Amazon, that's actually offering him for like a lot more expensively. I don't know if I actually got him on sale or anything like that, but he's actually great. If you actually do decide to like actually splurge and like get a Movie Masterpiece bot and everything, I really highly suggest this guy, you know? If anything else, there's actually going to be a third-party option and everything like that soon enough and everything. I know a few of you actually have it on pre-order as well and everything. I really like this guy. I really want to see like how the comparisons actually, like what the comparisons are for the third-party Movie Masterpiece. So there we go. I'm going to actually end it right over here. I'm going to take you into my final thoughts. Thank you for viewing. So it looks like I'm really going to have to start thinking about expanding my Masterpiece collection. And I think Movie Masterpiece Jazz is actually like kind of like a first positive step in doing that. Is he really worth it? I like him a lot. And I think that the price point itself is actually kind of like a hit or miss. They're actually like asking more for Masterpieces anyway. So like he's actually like a great addition into the whole entire fray of Masterpieces and everything like that. I like him a lot. Like, he's actually very premium, very choice, but I do have like a couple of discrepancies with the paint and like how the paint is applied to him and everything like that, and like how in certain places, like say the rearview mirrors and everything like that, how it actually kind of like scuffs in the doors and that sort, you know. And even the way they actually put him in the box and everything like that, it has like a little bit of like points of disconcertion for me, but he's a great bot. He's fun to play with and everything like that. He's actually got like so much character. I really like him, and for that alone, I think he's actually really worth the buy and everything, you know? He's actually like a solidly made buy, you know? So like, if you actually do decide to get him. I decided to use the Hasbro Pulse route, but you might find other sellers that might be just as good, like Big Guy Toy Store and that sort of thing. I thought that I would actually just get it right from the vine and everything like that all together and everything like that, but like that's pretty much it. So there you go for Movie Masterpiece Jazz, a great bot. I highly suggest them. And that's it for me, DIECAST NORBZ, saying when bees stop being magical, that's when I'll stop collecting. Be good to each and every person out there, my friends. You know, be kind and pass it along, because as always, the Galactic Hooligan actually wants you to be kind to everyone out there, including yourselves, till all are one. I'll talk to you soon.